Hello everyone, welcome to Moe'S CD Culture Show and Tell. And I'm going to try to keep this episode short, but there's quite a bit to go through and I didn't want to break this up into two chapters because it's just kind of important to keep it all together. But I'm going to start right away with the very first one here in this presentation. And this is The Ventures. Now this is a great instrumental band that I really love, and of course it starts off with Walk Don't Run. But you see, it's 8 classic albums, and I'll go through what the albums are. That's a lot. That's a lot of tracks to go through, and I don't want to really go through all that track list. What I am going to do is just tell you what the name of the 8 albums are, and from that you can always look it up yourself. But this is a cool box set. It has some pretty cool artwork in here that shows off the band. And then, well, it's kind of loose there. I don't want to wreck that CD. Want to make sure it's in there properly. But yeah, you can see it's a 4 CD set. And I like that they all look like little records too, you know. But they're not black like the Suzanne Vegas. Those are just special. I love the Suzanne Vegas. But yeah, there's 4 different albums. It's 8 albums on four CDs. So, and it's digitally remastered for the superior quality. So, and there's a couple of bonus tracks. But you get the first album is the 1960s Walk Don't Run, and then the next album would be called Another Smash. So those are the first 2 albums that are in the first disc. Then the second disc has called The Colorful Ventures, and I'll kind of go through that track list really quick because it's kind of interesting. Here's the track list: Blue Moon, Yellow Jacket, Bluer Than Blue, Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom, Green Leaves of Summer, Blue Skies, Green Fields, Red Top, White Silver Sands, Yellow Bird, Orange Fire, Silver City. Yeah, all the songs has a color or talking about a color. Yeah, so that's why it's called The Colorful Venture. That's 1961. And then their next album on here is the 1961's just self-titled, The Ventures. So, and that has some pretty cool stuff on it too. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't want to go through too much of the track list because there's a lot to go through here. I like to go through the track list because they're all great tracks. Then you get the next album on the third disc, which is 1962's Twist with the Ventures, which is all twist songs, starting with Driving Guitars, the Ventures Twist, and the Twist, which is just a Chubby Checker cover. Then Roadrunner, Gringo, there's a couple more twist songs. There's Less Twist Again, that's on here also. Bumblebee Twist, just to name a couple. Then there's the next album that they have on here. This is the 6th album on the third disc. And it's 1962's Twist Party Volume 2. So, yeah. So, I guess some more twist. So, all that third disc is all kind of instrumental twist songs. Yeah, this is an instrumental band. Very, very little singing. There may be only like 2 songs on this entire set that has singing, with any type of lyrics at all. So yeah, and as you'll see, I love this kind of instrumental stuff. So on the fourth and last disc, it's an album called, it's 1962 album called Mashed Potatoes and Gravy. So that's pretty cool. There's good stuff on that too. A lot of potato, yeah, a lot of potato references in that. And then the last album, the eighth and last album on the fourth disc, was called "Going to the Ventures Dance Party." And that's in also 1962. So yeah, this is some fantastic. Having 8 full albums of the Ventures, all in one beautiful collection. Yeah, you gotta love it. Now this has already been almost going into 6 minutes here already, so I don't want to go too long. But the next two CDs I got, well, they're box sets. I bought them at the same time. There was a deal where you bought two for $20. So technically, they were. I bought these next two $10 each. But let's go one at a time. And this I really love. And this is the Rock and Roll Instrumental Party, the Absolute Essential 3 CD collection. And yeah, that this is super cool to have because it's 60 of the greatest instrumental rock and roll instrumental songs there is, you know. And the first track, of course, would be the Shadows doing Apache. Just some of the highlights for me. You get Eddie Duane's Rebel Rouser, Dick Dale and the Deltones' Misraloo, as if you remember, that's from Pulp Fiction. You have to have Misraloo. Then they get the Champs doing Tequila. Ray Link and his Ramones doing Rumble, which is that's awesome too. Then the Ventures, of course. Here, get back to the Ventures with the Walk Don't Run. Then Johnny and the Hurricanes, Red River Rock, which is probably one of my. It's up there in my top 5 favorite tracks on this whole set. I really love that song. And then you get and everything after that is great too. But those tracks in particular, those first 7 tracks, those are the highlights on that first. That's just the first disc. Then you put in disc 2, and you get the Ramrods doing Ghost Riders in the Sky. You get the Shadows again with Wonderful Land, and Dwayne. The third song here is Dwayne Eddy, Because They're Young, and I remember that when I was a kid, and it's not until I had bought this, and I didn't even realize, like, when I bought it, I didn't even recognize it by the title. It's only when I heard it, when I played this for the first time, and I heard that song again after at least 3 to 4 decades of not hearing it. It brought back all those memories of, like, whoa, that is such a beautiful song. I still really love. So yeah, Dwayne Eddy, Because They're Young. You can always check these songs out separately on YouTube there. I'm sure if you hear a song that you're interested in, and I really highly suggest, it's such a beautiful instrumental classic song. One of my favorites. Then you get the Chantays doing Pipeline. Then you got Johnny and the Hurricanes doing Rocking Goose, which I love. I love because they get that goose sound in it. Then Floyd Kramer doing On the Rebound. And again, you can just go down that list of great tracks. Yeah, just if I go through every track, it's going to be a little bit too long of a video. I still got some more to go through here. But then you get to disc 3, and you have the Tornadoes who do Telstar, and that's one of my favorite songs. Now, try to quickly talk about Telstar. a band that I really love that is impossible to find anything on CD of it. Like it's just not available on CD. I have it downloaded digitally, so I do have a copy of it at least because it's just necessary to have that. But it's Hot Butter, and they do that. They do that song called Popcorn. You know, you check out Hot Butter, check out Popcorn, check out their version of Telstar, which is one of my favorite instrumentals of all time. I really love Hot Butter, but it's originally from the Tornadoes. So the Tornadoes originally did Telstar. So then there's some more Dick Dale and his Deltones doing Let's Go Trippin'. And then there's of course Booker T and the MGs and his classic beauty, Green Onions. Yeah, amazing. Johnny and the Hurricanes, another band that I want to get more stuff of theirs for sure. Johnny and the Hurricanes with Beatnik Fly. And then again, you just go down that list of, there's another Venture song, Perfidia. Oh yeah, you can just go down that list and there's every track on this, 60 songs. 60 songs of just pure 50s and 60s rock and roll beauty. I love this collection. I only paid like $10 for it, so I'm happy with that. But now, of course, like I was saying, I had bought this at the same time because it came, 2 for $20. But why not actually get the Shadows too, the Absolute Essential 3 CD collection? And again, that is 60 of the greatest songs. I'm not going to go through the track list. If you can see that blurriness from, yeah, there's a lot of great songs on here too. There is some singing. Some songs do have singing, but it is mostly instrumental, which is the stuff I really like. I mean, some of the stuff that has singing is okay too. But yeah, I don't want to go. But again, look at the first song is their Apache, which is ironically well, I don't know if you can call it ironic exactly, but it also Apache is the Shadows' first song on that. So one day when I wanted to put this on, the rock and roll instrumental party on, but I ended up putting that on. So when it came to the next song on it, I was kind of confused. Like, that's not what should be playing next. So I was like, I put it in the wrong one. Because, yeah, both sets, the first CD, the first song is Apache, which is awesome. And again, Hot Butter does a version of Apache, and everything that Hot Butter does is awesome. I wish I could get it on CD. That would just be amazing. But I'm not finished here because, as I was saying, in that list, there's 2 bands that I mentioned that I had to have more stuff of. So I had to get the very best of Booker T and the MGs because it's just, Green Onions, which is the very first track, Green Onions. And anybody who the first time I ever really, I heard Green Onions, of course, when my dad used to play it on his cassettes or when he used to listen to the oldies on his radio when I was just a wee little boy, a little kid, And also, I remember when the first time when I heard it on the American Graffiti movie and soundtrack, So it was a pretty strong staple in my childhood, in my mind, to anybody who knows, Green Onions. Then you got Chinese Crackers, Groovin', Soul Dressing, Bootleg, My Sweet Potato, Slim Jenkins Place, Booker Lou, Hip Hugger, Mo Onions, track 10 here, which is because it's very similar. It has a very similar flow as Green Onions and some of the same kind of instrumentation for Mo Onions. So it's like a continuation. Then you get Soul Limbo, and then here's the next two, track 12 and 13, which is Hang 'em High, which is one of my personal favorites. I think it's from a TV show, the theme song from a TV show. But I love how he does it on this. And then of course there's Time Is Tight, which is also equally a fantastic song. Then you get their version of Mrs. Robinson, which is the Everly Brothers. No, not Everly Brothers. Simon and Garfunkel. Yeah, Simon and Garfunkel. Mrs. Robinson. So, and then you got Slum Baby and then Melting Pot. Yeah, I really like this. I gotta listen to this again soon. Because I played this a few times already. I really like it, and I want to play this again because I know it's good and I want to play it again. Not because I'm not familiar with it, but just because I want to play it again. And then, not last but not least, we're gonna get to Dick Dale and his Deltones. Yeah, the king of the surf guitar, the best of Dick Dale. And this, starts off with "Let's Go Trippin'," which I've mentioned in the other collection. But then you get Shake and Stomp and Misraloo, that Pulp Fiction awesome masterpiece, which I also mentioned in the other collection. Then you get the Mr. Peppermint Man, Surf Beat, Take It Off, King of the Surf Guitar, Hava Nagila, Riders in the Sky, The Wedge, Knight Rider, Mr. Eliminator, The Victor, Taco Wagon, Tidal Wave, Banzai Washout, The Double 1-0, and Pipeline. And this is a great collection. I really like this stuff. So that is pretty much all I have of those classic guitar. If I see more and if I get more, I will present them on this channel for sure. Because I do love this stuff. But the big prize, I think, was finding all those. I don't know if you can see that, how blurry that is, but all those classic tracks on this is just fantastic. So that is it again for another episode of Moe'S CD Culture Show and Tell. Be safe, everybody. Please take care. Have a good day, evening, night, wherever you may be, and I will see you on the flip side. Have a good one.